Let's face the music.
Yeah, it's South Africa versus Nigeria. The game finished a couple of minutes ago with a 1-1 draw, and we need to discuss the matches. Saeed, Mustafa, and Warifa. You're welcome to the show.
All right. First of all, I want to congratulate Nigeria for scoring 2 goals in this game. The guy,
Yes.
yeah, 2 goals.
South
We scored
Africa did
two
not
goals.
score in the
We
match
scored two. Okay, but let's start off.
against South
Let's
Africa.
give because our South African fans are more productive and support our channels more than Nigeria. So let's start off by
Yeah.
talking about South Africa first. Then we'll sit down there in Nigeria. We'll talk about you guys later. You don't even come on our show, so sit down. All right, so South Africa has shown once again with Andrus and with their team and everything that they're the fastest growing team in Africa. They've drawn with Nigeria 3 times now. They drew in the African Nations Cup, then they drew first leg in Nigeria, then they drew again, which means they can go toe to toe with Nigeria. Nigeria is only a myth. It's no longer a great football team. It's a myth. We may go 12 years
Toothless
without a World Cup.
Bulldog.
Next time Nigeria will be in the World Cup, maybe 4 years from now. But anyway, let's go back to South Africa. They started off okay. They were putting some pressure on Nigeria. McQuinn was playing well. South Africa's midfield was playing well. So Nigeria started pressing them and putting some pressure on them in the second half. But eventually things calmed down and it faded to a draw. But we have to give credit tonight, South Africa. They're going to qualify for the World Cup. Also, we have to give credit to them because they're going to be in the under-21 World Cup, where they'll be meeting. Who will they be meeting? The U.S., New Caledonia, and
France and
France.
France.
So they're doing well. The South Africa has been a genuine success. They're a success in rugby too, winning World Cups. So we want Nigeria to take a look at South Africa and to figure out what is the wrong with the country of Nigeria in every
Corruption.
department. Yeah, in every department. Now, Afadi, give us
Corruption.
a breakdown on how you saw South Africa's play in the first and second half. Yeah.
Yeah, South Africa, as I expected, were particularly organized. There wasn't any sprinkling of stardust in their team. We didn't think they had quality players per se, but they were organized. And I guess
Yeah.
that's what made them very formidable. And they defended well. They defended in numbers. They were physical. It's just so sad. South Africa, they don't have the talent we have, but they have
Yes.
closed the gap on Nigeria with
Hmm.
organization and grassroots development of football. While Nigeria is fiddling with corruption and the non-development of soccer, I mean, look at South Africa at the
Godfatherism.
level. They already have a young team that will metamorphose to the Bafana. Where is our under 20
Yeah.
team? Where is our under 16 team? There's no development of football at grassroots anymore in Nigeria. We just have
Yeah.
11 players. We don't have a team. And I look at that team in the second half. What is the plan from the goalkeeper to the defense to the midfield to the attack? There's no plan. It was
Hmm.
just wishful thinking. Just get
Rushing.
forward and hope that something happens. No pattern of play, no cohesion, no coherence in attack. It was just let somebody do something fantastic. The Bafana people stuck to their plan. They defended deep and they looked to hit us on the counter attack. But
Yeah.
and to think that it was a defender that equalized for Nigeria, it speaks volumes. Where's our midfield? Where's our attackers? Calvin Bassey is a defender for crying out loud. If he
Where
didn't
was the
score,
Wolves?
Yeah.
yeah. So
All
it's
right.
so sad the way the thing has gone.
Yeah, but we want to still focus on South Africa. So I'm going to go to Kunle. But Kunle, right now, we're not talking about Nigeria. Tell us how you saw South Africa's play today. And in general, South Africa has drawn with Nigeria 3 times. They beat Nigeria in the under-21. So it's very clear we can't mess with these guys anymore. We're not even going to be in the World Cup. But for now, Kunle, focus. Tell us about what you saw with South Africa in this game. Yeah.
Kule is not here yet, Moose.
Oh, then Saeed, because Saeed even
Right.
told him. Saeed was the one that said that South Africa was more organized and tactical. What are your thoughts, Saeed?
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I quite agree with what Mr. Afolabi said. Very, very on point. But the only thing that I want to add to it is that I want to cut Nigeria a slack, as in our players a slack, because of the pitch. Because of the pitch. The pitch is as
You
in
know, you guys
almost
don't
Rugby
listen. I'm
everybody.
pitch.
asking what did South Africa do. I'm not asking about
All the
Nigeria.
commentaries,
Rugby pitch.
all the commentaries I heard on online or on TV, everybody's complaining about. It's
Yeah,
not
but
as if the
Saeed,
South Africans.
What did I ask you to do? What did I ask you to do? I said, let's talk about South Africa, not
About South
Nigeria.
Africans.
Yeah. They're the ones watching. Nigerians aren't watching our show. Tell us about that, and then
Yeah.
we'll discuss those things. Yeah.
Yeah, like for what Mr. Falabi said, they are more organized. They know what they have to do. They are more aggressive. They are more physical. They know that they are not even going for the win. They just want to hold our boys. A draw is okay for them, and they got the job done. So I
Yeah, but they
give
were
them a
technically good because they did counterattacks. Now, here's what I have to say: South Africa, when they go into the World Cup, they still have a big problem in which they're not creative in the front at all. You see
Yeah.
the number nine, how tall is he? Like 5'4". I'm not trying to yes, you can't have a number nine like that. They need Benny McCarthy, somebody 6'2", very powerful. So I can see South Africa
they
making it
have
to the World Cup.
the same problem with
But
Mamelodi Sundowns
yeah,
during the
but,
Club World Cup.
yeah, South
I think
Africa's not going to generate a lot of goals. Yeah. South Africa can generate a lot of goals within Africa if they play some teams. But when you're not playing Senegal or teams like that or teams in World Cup, they're going to have to generate more goals. Their midfield is good. Their defense is good. But the only thing is that they're lacking that thing. But I will say that they played a good tactic, a good game today because at points, I think there was a couple of plays which they could have also scored also. Also, their goalkeeper almost gave up a goal when he did a back pass. But what are your thoughts, Mr.
Yeah.
In general about South Africa's play in this game? How did you see the game tactically? Not just South Africa, but both Nigeria. How did you see the game? How did they compare?
Okay, first and foremost, I'll give kudos to the South African because like, before this match, I've been saying it that South African tactically playing good football, they're better than us. They play like a team. Maybe because of some of them played in Orlando Pirates, Mamelodi Sundowns, or Super Sports Football Club. But the South Africans, tactically, they're better than us. Well organized. The way they mark us, they don't give us that chance. They're always pressing at us. But our boys, we are not even organized. You see them walking, having this nonchalant attitude. Apart from Kevin Bassey, it will be and one other defender, that's the Nigerian defender that has dreadlocks, the fair one. They played well. And again, our coach is a disgrace. So you want to tell me if Iwobi gets injured now, we don't have any creative midfielder. The whole of thousands of Nigeria playing in Europe, we cannot make research to get one midfielder, creative midfielder, or let's forget about Europe, in our own local league. So I think that they need to fire that coach. It's better we don't.
Why did they have a Lukman on the right? The guy's he's a lefter, man. Anyway.
Lukman did not do anything in the game. He did not show himself in the game.
So we'll go back to Said. So let's go back to that thing you were talking about, the field. Where was this match played?
In Bloemfontein.
What about the field? You can go back to that point. Sorry. Yeah.
That field.
It's not as if they actually know that if they put our boys or allow our boys to play in a very good field, they will outplay them or
play European football.
That is why, Mr. Warif, that is why I don't want to blame any of our boys particularly. The only mistake I want to believe that our coach made today, let me know like that. I'm quite impressed with his changes. The only mistake I want to believe that he made is him starting that number 9, Desi guy. He should have started
the guy did not play anything. He would have given him 90 minutes.
When he came on in the second half, that he played well. He wrestled all the South African defender. So the guy is not even that tall and big enough. So I want to believe that at least they trained on that field this morning before they. So he should have known that the field is not good enough. The field will be bouncing ball. So all they will be needing to do is just be launching ball to the box or launching ball to the number 9. You should know that he needed a tall striker of that caliber instead of him starting that short guy. You understand? The guy tried, but he's not.
All right, so we have a special guest here, Brian from South Africa. So Brian, how's it going?
Yeah, welcome.
I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm happy. I'm here. Yeah.
Congratulations. How did you see the game? Give us your own technical breakdown of the game. What were your impressions?
Yeah. It was a very nice game. A very nice game between two rivals. We've become the greatest rivals in the African fraternity football. I don't know how, but it's happening.
I think it's DSTV.
The first half kicked off to a very The first half the game kicked off very slow. The first half, I think the first 20 minutes, the teams are still feeling each other, and up until the first goal was scored, that's when things started lighting up.
Yeah,
because Nigeria was a bit more compact in their defense, the man-to-man marking as well. I could see a few tackles as well, rough tackles, but can't complain, you know. Um, it was up until the first goal that the game started lighting up, and that was when you started chasing the equalizer as well. And
Yeah.
yeah, it was a nice game from there on. The second half, not much of an impact. I don't remember you guys having a shot at goal as well.
I think there were some dangerous attacks, but no shots to go. South Africa had a lot of goal kicks. They were able to get throw-ins. They were able to stifle the attack.
Yeah, I think
And South
yeah, I
Africa also
think
had
for
South Africa
most of
almost
the
scored
second
a
half.
bloody goal. Was it when the goalkeeper was out of
Left his line.
Yeah, he left his line. So that was fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
that shot
That was a
from
smart
Bogazi
one.
almost had your keeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if South Africa had lost today, there was a big chance that they were going to still win this group and come and qualify. So I think South Africa's qualified. I don't think Nigeria can qualify because they need to come top 4 of teams that come second. And already there's a bunch of teams that have 18 points. If Nigeria wins the next 2 points, they'll have 17. I don't think they're going to make it.
Best losers.
Brian, where were you watching the game? Were you in the Shebeen drinking beer, or were you at home?
No.
All right. Okay.
No,
So thanks,
I
Brian.
was with a friend just now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, female friend, right? I hope maybe she's from Nigeria and she's mad at you now. I'm just kidding. All right. So thanks, Brian. So Brian is going to be back for he's still here now, but I'm just saying he's going to be back for our coverage of the Under-20 World Cup, which is starting in a couple of weeks, in which Bafana are the best African team. All right. So what are your thoughts, Afolabi?
Yeah, like I said, I expected the Bafana to be organized, and they were very organized. Look at the way they played the ball out from the back. The only problem I had with Nigeria, even in the second half, when it was obvious that Nigeria needed to win, they allowed South Africa to play the ball out from the back, from the goalkeeper to the defenders, without even pressing or attacking. You could hear the commentator say, it appears the Nigerians are tired. For crying out loud, you needed the game more than the South Africans. But the South Africans stuck to their plan. They were more organized at the back. They defended well. If you look at the 1v1 situations, they were up for the fight. They ran more, they were more aggressive. Everything
more determined.
Nigeria was what South Africa was. And they got the result they wanted, the draw. And that is perfectly okay for them to qualify. I'm just bitterly disappointed in our performance, really.
No, yeah, and we'll have this discussion because we have to have a couple of shows to discuss about the state of Nigerian football. It's a big mess. You know what? We have all
corruption.
We have these guys playing, and I'm going to go back. I'm going to blame this guy for one thing. What's his name? Osimhen. I'm not blaming him on the pitch. He's injured, but I'm going to blame him for the disrespectful way he treated Finidi, who has been to World Cup. Finidi George has been to World Cup. He's made it to
the dream of every footballer.
And the disrespect he showed for that guy shows that he's a selfish person. Even if you don't like the head coach, show some respect. But that's the story for another day. What are your thoughts, Mr. Warif? Then we'll go to Saeed, and then we'll finish off with Brian.
Okay, well, like Mr. Folabi said, I'll give kudos to the South Africans. Yeah. The only pair Nigerian player that showed desperation was Kelvin Bassey. That was why that goal he scored. Even if there was VAR in that match, even if there was VAR in that match, he would have cancelled the ball. Because when he nodded the ball hit his hand and now went into the... And if you watch the goal that he scored, you see that he was really determined. For somebody, it was like a high jump for him to lift himself. Yeah. So I think they need to look for players that has this passion, determination, that want to play for the country than for their selfish interests. We don't have... And again, our coach is not tactical enough. Like I always said, if Iwobi was injured, no creativity in the midfield. No creativity. And Ademola Lookman, he played him off his position. The guy did not make any impact in the game. Like Afolabi said, once you know that the pitch is not too sound, which I might blame cap for that, they are supposed to have that. To me, that pitch is not a standard pitch. Because the South Africans, I believe, if they are taking us to a good pitch that is smooth, where you can play European football,
Warif, you know what? All these players, they started their career on pitches like that. I won't take that as an excuse.
But right now, no, Mr. Folabi, right now, those guys are professionals. They play in Europe. They don't play in that kind of field. The South Africans, they know that our boys cannot play in that field. They know that you cannot make a true pass. So I think CAF
first game was played
the first game was in Nigeria. Was it on a good pitch? Uyo is good, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Uyo is
that's
good, one
Very
of our
messy
best.
pitch against Rwanda as well, if you remember that.
it.
We even lost there.
Rwanda, yeah. What did you say, Brian? What did you say? Yeah.
Yeah, our first game
Yeah.
against Rwanda was also played on a very messy pitch.
Yeah.
Hence, we
That's the
lost the
problem in
game.
Africa.
It was
We
on
need to
the
get our
pitch.
shit together.
But
And also, South Africa would have won easily if not for that goal was on goal. No, that goal was a handball. So even South Africa.
Yeah.
I'm not dissing South Africa. I'm saying all African countries. Make sure you have everything correct. The VAR. Because what if Nigeria had won? Then South African fans will be angry and they'll be saying, "You see, it's because of VAR." But it's South Africa, so South Africa should always have VAR. Also for Nigeria, and I even think in an English match the other day there was no VAR in an English league match.
Maybe it's not compulsory.
No,
The World Cup qualifier.
Yeah, I think because it wasn't working. There was an English match. I think it was Man City or something. Remember last week there was no VAR for Liverpool or something. But anyway, so we're gonna a few more words from Saeed, then we'll end with Brian. What are your thoughts, Saeed?
Yeah, as you have rightly stated, Mr. Mustafa, I don't see us qualifying even the runner-up or the playoff that they are even saying. I don't think we are going to qualify for that. I'm highly disappointed. I'm depressed. So everything about Africa at this moment, I really don't understand. I think this is 2025, for goodness sake. How can we be having
Is it Africa
that?
about Nigeria? Yeah, you don't blame Africa, blame Nigeria.
No, it is all Africa now. Look at our pitch. Look at even in South Africa.
That's their game plan. It was their game plan. Nigeria would have done same also. Yes, Nigeria would have done same also.
Yeah, it's tactics.
Nigeria would have taken them to a bad pitch also if we're in their position.
Of course, they can't tell me that that's the best field they have
No,
in South Africa.
Mr. Said, don't blame South Africans. You blame Nigerians.
Let me tell you something about South Africa. South Africa held the World Cup. Let me tell you, South Africa has fantastic pitches. They chose that word on purpose.
Yeah, of course not.
Also, they chose it somewhere where a lot of Nigerians won't come. That's why the seats were empty. They chose it in Bloemfontein, so they chose it in a very good spot. But that's okay. That's part of.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing we don't qualify.
Do you remember when Nigeria paid the referee to fuck up Ghana in qualifier? Remember that? There was a game, Nigeria versus Ghana. This was like 6 years ago, and they found out that the referees bribed. Oh no, it was the other way. I think the Ghanaian referees bribed the Ghanaians bribed the referees to help Nigeria lose. Africa is a fucked up continent, man. But anyway, it's all part of the game. What are your last thoughts, Mr. Brian? Yeah. Is he still there?
Yeah, he's still with us.
Brian, can you hear us? Your last thoughts.
He's breaking.
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, last thoughts, Brian. Before Falabi takes us out. Yeah, last thoughts. Yeah.
Very good game. In terms of play, you know, we haven't had such rivalries in a long for such topics, you know. And,
that's good for our views. That's good for our views.
Argentina and Brazil.
Nigeria and South Africa.
You know.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you.
So anyway, thank you.
Oh, no problem. So I'll see you. And also, Brian, so yes, send me your stuff about hip hop tonight. So your notes, so we can talk about your show tomorrow. He's also a musician who's a very good musician and artist.
All right. Wow.
Okay. All right. Very quickly, Cape Verde beat Cameroon. I think they beat Cameroon. Yeah, so
Cameroon lost.
I've been shouting about. Cape Verde will be in the World Cup. Nigeria won't be there.
So many surprises just bringing up.
Yeah. That is the beauty about football.
Small team anymore now. Even Senegal to nearly lost today. They have to fight back from 2-1 now.
I'm happy Nigeria will qualify. Because I dreamt
so that we can relax and watch the World Cup.
I even dreamt that if we qualify, we'll be in Spain's group. So it's a good thing we are not going.
Oh yeah, Spain is looking crazy.
Pedri and Yamal, Marino.
What type of team is Spain?
It was just the poor performance, not a poor team.
Spain has two people who can fight for Ballon d'Or. Pedri, Yamal. Which one do you want to give it to? It doesn't matter. And then they play on the same team, Barcelona.
I think Spain, they are the best best national team right now.
Yes,
right now they're the best.
They have two very good players in every position. Every
Even
single
look at Marino. Marino in Arsenal. Last match, he's got a hat trick.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. That team is fantastic, man.
Mm.
I'm gonna order on Amazon Spain scarf for my shows now. last year I was
From
wearing France.
Nigeria to Spain.
Yeah, I know. No, last year these guys can tell you. Last year I was wearing
Yeah, muffler.
Yeah.
They're wearing Francis muffler, yeah.
but now it's gonna be Spain. All right, guys, take us out of file. Be nice one. We'll be back tomorrow to talk more about Nigeria.
Yeah, it's been a brilliant show. We've been discussing Bafana, who managed to get the result they wanted, a draw against the Super Eagles of Nigeria, and left Nigeria crying and sulking. And from Mustafa Warif, Brian and Saeed, we'll be back again sometime during the week. Bye, guys.
Oh, yeah, we'll definitely be back again to talk about Nigeria for sure. Okay, good one. Good show. Thank you for everyone.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah.